Have you ever been outside at dusk, looked up at the sky, and seen a massive cloud of birds swirling together in perfect harmony? It's mesmerizing, right? This magical display of nature is called murmuration, and it's something that starlings, those small and shiny black birds, are famous for. But here's the thing, this isn't just random chaos in the sky. There's some amazing science happening behind it that we're about to dive into. So, what exactly is murmuration? Why do starlings do it? And how do they manage to create such mind-blowing patterns without crashing into each other? Stick with me, and we'll break down the mystery step by step. No need for a PhD in biology here. Just sit back, relax, and get ready to be wowed by one of nature's coolest spectacles. What is murmuration? In simple terms, a murmuration is when a large group of birds, like starlings, move together in the sky, forming swirling patterns. It's as if they're dancing in the air, but with hundreds or even thousands of birds all doing it at once. These murmurations can happen at sunset, and they often involve flocks that can number in the hundreds of thousands. As mesmerizing as these patterns look, murmuration is a real example of collective behavior, where the birds act as one, despite each bird flying individually. They don't have a leader or a director calling the shots. It's a kind of beautiful chaos that seems almost too perfect to be real. Why do starlings murmurate? Okay, now you might be thinking, that's cool and all, but why do they do it? The short answer, safety and survival. Starlings, like many other animals, use murmurations as a way to protect themselves from predators and communicate with one another. Predator avoidance. One of the main reasons for murmurations is to confuse and evade predators, like birds of prey, think hawks and falcons. When starlings flock together in tight, fast-moving formations, the predator has a harder time focusing on a single bird to target. The swirling shapes and sudden shifts make it nearly impossible for the predator to lock onto one bird and catch it. Keeping warm. When temperatures drop in the evening, large groups of starlings come together to roost. This gathering helps them stay warm and safer from the elements. Social bonding. Believe it or not, there's also a social aspect. Starlings are highly social creatures, and murmuration allows them to communicate and stay connected in large flocks. They can pass on info about food sources, for example, just by staying close to one another. The science behind it. How do they do it? Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. How exactly do starlings manage to pull off these mind-blowing patterns without colliding or getting lost? Well, it all comes down to a few key principles of group dynamics, which might sound complicated, but trust me, it's fascinating. Each starling follows just 3 basic rules. 1. Stay close to your neighbors. 2. Match the speed and direction of nearby birds. 3. Avoid collisions. By following these simple rules, starlings create a fluid, constantly changing shape in the sky without any one bird taking the lead. The power of local interaction. The magic really happens when each bird interacts with those around it. Instead of relying on a central leader or complex planning, starlings just sense the movements of their neighbors and adjust accordingly. If one bird turns left, the others will instinctively follow suit in a beautifully coordinated way. It's like a giant game of follow the leader, but on a much larger scale, and with no one actually being the leader. Amazing patterns. Nature's art in motion. When starlings murmurate, the sky comes alive with beautiful shifting patterns that seem almost magical. These formations can range from tight swirling clusters that twist and turn as if controlled by an invisible hand, to vast fluid waves of birds that seem to ripple across the sky. The birds can create dense cloud-like shapes or more delicate elongated forms that break apart and reassemble seamlessly. What's so incredible is that all these patterns happen without any central coordination. Instead, the birds simply follow each other's movements, which results in these stunning and ever-changing displays. It's like watching a dance or a piece of living art, created in real time by nature's collective creativity. Why should you care? So, you might be thinking, okay, cool, but why is this important to me? Well, beyond the obvious wow factor, understanding murmuration gives us a glimpse into the incredible ways nature works. It's an example of how simplicity can create stunning complexity, how individuals in a group can act in harmony, and how animals solve problems without a central leader. And who knows? Maybe next time you see a murmuration, you'll be able to spot the science behind the magic. How's that for a fun fact to share with friends? Here is another fun fact: while starlings are the most famous for murmurations, other birds like red-winged blackbirds and lapwings also engage in similar behaviors. The future of murmuration. As awe-inspiring as starling murmurations are, there's something to keep in mind: the future of these beautiful displays might be in danger. Changes in the environment, such as urban expansion, climate change, and habitat loss, could impact the size and frequency of murmuration events. In many places, urban sprawl is reducing the habitats where starlings traditionally roost. Additionally, unpredictable weather patterns due to climate change might disrupt their migration and social behaviors. However, it's not all bad news. Conservation efforts are underway to protect the habitats starlings rely on. Whether it's preserving wetlands or creating urban spaces that are friendly to wildlife, people are working to make sure that these mesmerizing murmurations continue to be a part of our world for generations to come. And there you have it, the incredible science behind starling murmurations. From their mind-blowing patterns to the fascinating way they work together, it's easy to see why these birds have captured our imagination for centuries. Whether you're watching a murmuration in person or learning about it from a video like this, remember that the beauty of nature is everywhere, often hiding in plain sight. Who knows? Maybe the next time you see a group of birds taking to the sky, you'll have a deeper appreciation for what's happening above you. So keep looking up, and let nature's art amaze you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing natural phenomena.